All right. Well, anyway, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. See this little thing? Did anyone pay attention to this little thing on the side? This kind of gave you a clue on what I kind of wanted you to do, but it's okay if you didn't do that. So we did the warm up, and what did you notice? Okay, let's see. Let's see what you guys noticed and what you did. So someone said 1,728. I don't know how to explain it. Good. I would solve this by using long division. And then they just put the fraction equals 1728. And I know it's kind of tough to put the long division in the actual box on Desmo, so I get that. I would solve this problem by using the long division method. So the answer would be 1728. Long division. Everyone's saying it. Long division. Ooh, someone actually did the long division. Nice. In their box. That's best they could because they did in the typing part. So it's kind of hard to type stuff like that. But wow, I'm impressed. Look at that. Wow. You're using long division. Push. Now this one, this person explained. First, you put the 59 outside and the 101,952 on the inside. Then you find how many 59 can fit into 101 and so on. Okay. $2,250 divided by 59 equals 43 with the remainder of 13. To solve this problem, I would first solve 101 and 952, so it would multiply. Then when the answer get from multiplying both, I would divide by 59. Ha! I was waiting for this answer. Use a calculator? It's kind of hard to explain, but you just multiply your numbers to what it can fit into. For example, 2 divides by 576. You would multiply 2 until it can't fit in. In this case, 2 doesn't go into 5. It gets close. If you multiply 2 by 2, you get 4, and then you subtract. And it keeps repeating this until you end up with 0. I'm not good at explaining, but I know how to do it. Hey, I like your effort. I like your effort. I like your first answer, use a calculator, but then you gave a little explanation. Yeah, I was kind of following you. That's one thing I kind of want to do. That's kind of one thing I want to make sure that, and I don't think I'm making you do it enough, but to where is it? You got to explain yourself. You have to. Oh, come on. Tell me why. There it is. I would use a calculator or long division. I would just divide 101,952 by 59, and it can be done on paper or calculator. The answer would be 1728. I would solve with long division. The way I would solve this problem is I would multiply a number with 59 to subtract the other number. The answer is 1728. I would put the 59 on the outside of the little house. Remember the house? Place 101,952 inside the house, and then solve it by putting numbers that multiplied it by 59 and that are most close to 101,952. I would do long division. I would see how many times 59 can go into 1019, which is 1,003. Then I would see what goes into 1652, which is 28. Well, the way I do is just use a calculator, but maybe do it the OG way. The way I would solve this problem by long division. Okay, I would use long division. Okay, there we go. Everyone's saying long division. I would use the division property. Oh, there we go. I see on the bottom. Some of you did do the long division on the drawing part. Thank you. Good answers. So here's the thing. Can we use a calculator? Of course. Just put in, right? Let's do this. Let's do the calculator. So we just say 101,952 divided by 59 equals 1728. There you go. Answer's done. Okay, so why do I want you, and then a lot of you saw that, maybe you saw on the warm-up, on the slide, you saw long division here, right? Why would I want you to do it this way when a calculator can just get you an answer? What's the point of doing this? Okay, there is a point. I promise you, there is a point. But here, before we get to the point of tell me why. Okay, I want you to remember how to do this. Okay. So we have some words, right? You guys call this the house, right? And then we have on the outside, we have the divisor. That's what we're dividing by. Then inside we have the dividend, what we're dividing. And then what's the result of that is our quotient, right? The quotient. Quotient means I divided two things. And then sometimes we have something left over, and that's the remainder. Sometimes you just put R3 for remainder, or we put 3 over what we were dividing by, the divisor, 3 over 7. Oh my God. Thank you, thank you. I did that same thing again. So again, let me repeat because I did not change cameras. So we have this thing, right? And I'll tell you why you have to remember this. Okay.
Tell me why.
Okay, so we have, again, what you call the house. This is called the house. Remember that back in 4th grade? Right? Something's inside the house, something's outside the house. So what's outside the house is my divisor, what I'm dividing by. What's inside the house is my dividend, what I'm dividing. The result, right? The result is the quotient. Whenever you divide something, the result is your quotient. And then sometimes we have a remainder, and we can put an R3. Remember back, I think that was back 3rd, 4th grade, you put a little R3 for your remainder. Then you got older in 4th and 5th grade, and they said, no, you got to be fancier than that. You don't put an R3. That's so childish. You got to put 3 over the divisor, which is 7. So this is 68 and 3/7. That's more fancy. That's how we're going to do it from now on. And so that's what you did. Okay. Does everyone remember how and what the steps are? So this is why I wanted you to do this. So we get 101,952 divided by 59. Okay. Let's go through these steps. Now I'm going to go through this slowly and carefully. And you're going to remember the steps I'm doing because we're going to be doing this. Here's the
Tell me why.
Okay, here's the tell me why. Because we're going to be doing this with polynomials. No, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. We're going to be doing this with polynomials. So if we pay attention to how we do this with numbers, it'll make it easier for when we do it with polynomials. Okay? No? Okay. So I look at 59. Okay? And then I see, can 59 go into 1? No. Then I go to the next one. Can it go into 10? No. Can 59 go into 101? Yes, because 59 is smaller than 101. So how do we figure out how many times 59 goes into 101? Well, one of the first things we can do is we can look at the first number, 5. And then look at the first two numbers here, 10. How many times does 5 go into 10? Twice, right? Twice. But then if we look at it, if we extend it, if I put a 2 here, that wouldn't work because 2 times 9 is 18. And 5 times 2 is 10 plus 1 is 11. That's too much. So it's not a 2. But that's how we guess. Remember that whole process. That's how we would guess. So it's not 2. So we're going to put a 1. Okay, and 1. And then what do I put down here? I got to put something down there, right? So here's the steps I need you to remember. 1 times this is what? 59. So I put 59 right here. Then I draw a line. And then what do I do next? What do I do next? I'm looking at the chat. Hello?
Bueller.
Oh, there we go. Okay, someone said subtract. Subtract, that's it. So we subtract. So what's 101 minus 59? So we subtract. Now remember, subtract this whole thing. Okay? In this case, it's a number, but we're going to subtract what's going on in there. So how do I do that? What's 101 minus 59? 42. So I bring that down. 42. And then what do I do next? I bring down this next number and I get a 9. Right? Bring down the next number. So are we understanding the steps? I look at this number, see how many times it goes into this number, and I put it up here. Then I multiply to that to get my response here. And then I subtract. Once I do that, I bring down the next number. Okay. So we're not learning long division with numbers, but we're learning the process. We're looking at the process, something we've done years ago, something we all know how to do. We don't all like it, but we know how to do it. But these same steps are going to be applied to polynomials later. So we bring down the 9. 59 goes into 429 how many times? Well, 59, I'm going to guess 3. 59 times 3 is 177. Oh, that's not enough. How about 6? How about 59 times 6? That's 354. That's close. Ooh, what about 59 times 7? That's 413. Ooh, I think that's it. 7. So I'm going to put a 7 here. And 7 times 59 is 413. Draw a line. Subtract this whole thing. And so what's left over? 429 minus 13 is, you got it right, 16. Bring down the next number. Got 165. So 59 goes into 165. How many times? Well, let's try 3. 59 times 3 is 177. It's too much. So 59 times 2, we did that before. 59 times 2 is 118. So I believe that's it. So 2 times 59 is 118. Then we subtract that whole thing. So I put parentheses around it. So 165 minus 118 is 47. Right? And then we bring down the last number, bring down the 2. So 472. So, I think we got 413 for 7, right? 7 times 59 is 413. I think, let's try 8. 59 times 8. And we get 472. Yes. So we put 8 here. We multiply by 59 and we get 472. We subtract and we get 0. And so my answer, or my quotient, is 1728. Okay? And we remember. Okay? Are there any questions on the process, on the steps, on how we do this? No? Okay. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to do the same thing, but for this problem. And I'll give you 5 minutes, just because I want you to think don't just do it as quick as possible. I don't care about what the answer is. What I care about is, are you understanding what you are doing at each step? That's your thing. It's not the destination right now. It's the journey. Why do I put in parentheses? Just because you're going to see that later. I put in parentheses because I'm subtracting everything right here. I'm subtracting 59. Okay. Now you're saying, but that doesn't make sense, mister. 59 is just a number. I get it, but it could be something else. It could be a big mess. I'm still subtracting whatever's there. And I'm putting in parentheses just to let you know I'm subtracting everything that's right there. In this case, it was 59. In this case, it was 413. In this case, it was 118. And in this case, it was 472. So I'm just letting you know it's in parentheses. I'm subtracting everything I put right there. That's all I was doing. Okay. So again, I want you to do this problem. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. And I want you to think of the process. Think of the process as you're going through these steps. Not necessarily the answer, but the process. What did you do? Why did you put it down there? Why did you subtract? What did you get when you subtracted? Why did you bring it down? Those steps. Just pay attention, okay? So 5 minutes, do this problem.